It's about that time. We got a special guest in the building. Woo. Brother Roosevelt Wright, aka Hero 44, from New Orleans. You know, and he's come to bless our stage. Brother 44, come on up, Hero.
Yeah, yeah! Go!
Come on up. You want a mic stand? You need a stand? Okay, we put the stand for you here. All right, let's give him a round of applause. Hero 44. I want y'all to know this brother here is a very dynamic poet, very grabbing, and this is going to be something that you all are guaranteed to enjoy. First of all, brother, let me thank you for coming all the way from New Orleans just to come to my stage. I'm really honored that you came here.
Oh man, it's a blessing, man. You know, all roads begin with New York. You know, I don't care what you want to do in life, man. If you don't go through New York, it probably ain't gonna happen. It's just how it is.
Well, right now, you're like the biggest poet in New York right now. I see ever since you came up here, everybody in New York and the Poet Society is going crazy. So who is Roosevelt Wright in Hero 44?
Well, Roosevelt Wright is the son of Roosevelt Wright and Jocelyn Wright. Hero 44, man. I'll explain it in one of the pieces, man, but I think poetry, man, it's the next realm of consciousness. And I think, you know, with how many of us feel about hip-hop right now, man, poetry and spoken word has become that platform where like-minded people who are eclectic, who are conscious, who are into social awareness, man, we get a chance to be entertained, but at the same time be empowered by each other, man. So all around the country right now, you see spoken word venues like really popping, because it is that avenue, man, to where we can take our communities back. You know, you provide a platform with your stage where people who have a message can share that message and then gain a message from other people, that we all leave a spoken word venue inspired and empowered to go back where we came from and be a light.
Okay. All right, brother. So what we're going to do is we're going to let him do his thing. So I know you need the mic stand. Let's give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Hero 44.
Yeah! Let's go. Here we go. Are you ready? Are you ready?
I am more than what the government says I am, and more. I am more than what my past depicts I am, and more. I am more than what my bank account says I have, and more. More and more. I'm more than what my past depicts of me, and more. I'm more than what the government says I am, and more. I'm more than what my bank account says I have, and more. More and more. I'm more than what my bank account says I have, and more. I'm more than what my past depicts of me, and more. I'm more than what the government says I am, and more. More and more. Empty pockets or polluted lakes. I have to believe in the sun because I've been so exposed to rain. So don't you take heaven away from me. It's the only thing keeping me sane. Hate peels off your walls, don't it? Well, maybe the next time they paint hate to me, they'll put some primer on it. I pour out my passion like water in a fountain, and if these rocks keep falling down on me, then it must mean I'm getting closer to the top of this mountain. Don't get comfortable at the top. Everything hot eventually melts. I reject mediocrity like thugs reject belts. I've been down so long, but it seems like no one cares. But they'll know it when I'm coming through, because when I walk, I'll light up squares. Billie Jean is not my lover, but I'm a detective undercover. I may smile and shake your hand, but I can tell a fake from a real brother a mile away. They used to say I had ADD, but there's nothing wrong with me. That's just the label they put on me to keep from understanding the purpose down within me. me I don't play well with others. Well, maybe the others don't play well with me. Maybe the other kids just did not recognize individuality. I hate going to my mailbox. There's an envelope in there and I don't want it. It's just somebody asking me for money and a letter with my name on it. My life has had rentals and leases, but I'm ironing it down to its creases and I can feel all my sacrifices coming back to me in little pieces. I've had the chance to walk through the museum of my life just to see how all the pictures of my past now look like art to me. They've been shaping me and building me and declaring me innocent, because back then I didn't know any better. I was standing in a pool of hot water but determined to get even wetter. I asked my destiny out on a date. She swears I never met her, but I want her. Guess I keep sweater. I can see life more clearly now than ever before. Like the calmness after the storm, the winds aren't blowing anymore. My life has been shackled and broken. Words that were now spoken. And I tell you I'm a poet. And you expect me to write like I'm Langston Hughes. While I respect the greatest of the art, please, I paid my dues. I can't afford those new yays, but there's a light in every pen I use, I write. And sometimes I get pounds in my head like thunder from people telling me to get a real job. They say ain't no real money in this genre, but I tell them I will just have to try, because all I know is if I don't get this message out of my belly, I just may die from the cracks in my spirit, which widen and stretch, and they don't care if nobody else in this world wants to hear it. It just has to come out of me. Even if you cut the tongue in my mouth out to me, I will just become a mime posted on the corner of Bourbon and Canal. Maybe somebody would throw a quarter in a bucket just to watch me display my mind. I'm out to get it, like a man fresh out of jail finally getting some. I can't quit it. There's a war in my spirit. My eye has a tiger in it. I've heard every prediction about me. They're not true. I'm standing on so many footstools from my haters. It looks like I grew 6 inches taller than you. If you're standing under my goal, either move or I'll have to LeBron you. There is no earthquake under your feet. Those are just lyrics leaking from my mind, shaking the ground as I speak, like hips that pop and drop to that beat, like nicks on windshields from winter sleet. I'm not trying to compete. I'm just a poet and I'm trying to eat. So don't leave the venue tonight without buying a CD. We only get 168 hours in a week, and in those 7 days life feels confined. And even though we're all ministers and want to change the world, sometimes it's hard just getting the bills paid on time. But this is that piece that makes a poet cry and drop down to his knees, because I refuse to get famous and sell my soul to hang around people whose art is beneath me and their minds are closed. I'm a poet. It means I find art in everything from music to the weather. And I just believe now that President Obama is back, things are about to get better. I can feel the scattered pieces coming together. I connect people to God, so they call me a plug. And I pray before I speak, so me and Lance Armstrong use performance drugs. You can cut off my hands and you can cut off my legs. I still spit the same, because I don't really need phalanges. The talent is in my brain. I write. I'm a poet. I bring content to the track. By the time I'm done, I leave the whole room asking who that. They call me Hero 44. I rep my city so that the whole world knows I'm from the city that brought you Gumbo. I'm from the city that brought you Lil Wayne. I'm from the city that brought you Sonny Patterson. I'm from the city that brought you Mahalia Jackson. I rep the city that brought you Louis Armstrong, jazz music, Frenchman, the Quarters, Gumbo, Etouffee. I'm from the city that brought you Popeyes. I'm from that city that brought you Copeland's. I rep my city so that the whole world knows. They call me Hero 44. I'm a hero for my sons. I'm teaching them to use the thoughts in their minds like guns. Caliber 44. I'm a heavy hitter, and I swear this is the same number that Reggie Jackson and Hank Aaron had to wear. I swear I'm a heavy hitter. It's the same number that Ernie Davis and Jim Brown and Floyd Little were forced to share. Caliber 44. And I rock my number in black and gold, because it's the number that my city claimed its first Super Bowl 4 years and 4 months exactly after Katrina ripped our soul. I'm an educator, and I write to educate you more. I carry the torch of the United Negro College Fund, established in 1944. King says we're free at last. Well, maybe so, because all I know is that 44 is the number of the best president ever had. I'm a poet. I don't expect you to read my heart. I show it. They call me Bruce Leroy because I glow it. I got a garden full of poems in my mind. I grow it. Don't get it twisted. I ain't conceited. I'm just blessed and highly favored, and I know it. I got a lot of haters around me, but I know it. There's a power growing deep inside me, like a storm within my soul. I'm not obese. That's just the word that God put in my gut that makes my belly look swollen. If by some chance I miss heaven and spend the rest of my life in an eternal nightmare, demons would have to kick me out of hell because I would bring light down there.
Woo! Woo! Somebody stop her! Yeah! 7 minutes. Hero!
Yeah.
Shit. Amen. You never seen nothing like him before. I told you. Hero 44.
I can't explain how water falls and precipitates, or how gas becomes liquid and evaporates, or how liquids become gas and I can't. Let me start over. I can't explain how water falls and precipitates, or how gas becomes liquid and condensates, or how liquids become gas and evaporates. It makes no sense to me at all, but it's amazing. I can't explain how a seed can be planted deep within the earth to later produce fruit like a mother giving birth, or how the sun can be shining on everyone around, but the rain could be falling on the opposite side of town. And sometimes I can't even keep focus for the distractions on my mind. But the universe is balancing a million different energies all at the same time. It makes no sense to me at all. Oh, but it's amazing, 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 isn't it? Amazing, amazing, amazing. I can't explain how an engine makes the car move, but we all enjoy the ride. But the engine itself wouldn't operate correctly without the little bitty piston inside. How I've never moved a mountain with the fingers of my hand, but the words from my mouth can redirect other men. It makes no sense to me at all, but it's amazing, 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 isn't it? Amazing, amazing, amazing. I can't explain how water and land balances the gravitational pull, how our digestive system keeps our bodies from being too full, how it can be AM on one side of the world but PM on the other side, how a mother can be on the opposite side of a house but she can still feel her baby cry. It makes no sense to me at all. Oh, but it's amazing, 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 isn't it? Amazing, 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 isn't it? Amazing, 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 isn't it? Amazing. I can't explain how effort and discipline produces an impact, but change is impossible without a spiritual contact. Like the car without the emblem ain't no real Cadillac. Some of us are so stuck to our walls with thumbtacks. Patriotism and democracy gets accumulated when faithfulness is taught rather than manipulated. If your idea of life is small, then maybe you should exaggerate it. I can't explain how calories and nutrients are found in our food, how truth and compassion can redirect the mood, how life has no answers for questions unasked. There are no rewards for the challenges unmatched. I can't explain how rhythm is essential to our existence, like how many times your heart is supposed to beat per minute, for instance. I can't explain how every breath I take has been accounted for like the grains of sand, and the moon must be my next door neighbor if we are both just pieces of art in the Creator's hand. I can't explain how the danger in knowing too much is just as dangerous as knowing too less, and the confidence we earn when we lose is just as powerful as the lessons we learn when we perform